Hey guys, it's Alyssa from AlyssaNalani.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a bit of a chatty video for you. I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm going to allow myself to talk today. I have a few videos that I need to record today, and right now I've got a lot on my mind and a lot on my heart, and I just wanted to just turn the camera on and talk to you like I would if we were hanging out, because I've got a little bit of a life update to give you. I've got an invitation for you, and I just want to let you in on a project that I'm going to be pursuing this month, just a personal project that I'm going to be doing this month, and I've got a lot to say about side hustles and entrepreneurship and even marriage and setting goals and changing those goals, or what to do when you got to change of plans, or when things don't go your way or the way you thought they would. So anyway, it's going to be a bit chatty. Don't know how long it's going to last, but I invite you to sit back. If you've got several minutes, maybe get something to drink, and we're going to have a chat. Okay, so first off, I want to give you a little bit of a life update, and this is kind of going to be the bulk, I think, of this video, because I've got a lot of commentary about it. So this past May, I did a video where I gave you a life update, and I believe I was talking about my goals for that month. And we had just moved into the house from our travel trailer, and I was talking about how my husband and I had decided for me to pursue the blog and the channel full-time. I had just stopped a part-time job when we moved, because it was too far away for me to drive every day. And instead of getting another full-time job, we'd agreed that I was just going to pursue building my channel and my blog and the platform and all of that stuff full-time. And so far, it's been really great, and it's been growing at a very reasonable, natural pace. And I've had a few goals for the channel and for the blog that I've been able to cross off. I wanted to do a series on the channel and on the blog, which I've kind of done. I haven't finished it yet, but that was the Bible study project. And I had to set a few more videos to do that before it's done, until I maybe have more ideas in the future. I wanted to maybe create a Facebook group, start a community around something. And Club 119 was born. And we started a Facebook group for Club 119, and that's been really great. It's been growing and continues to grow, and has turned into something that I was not expecting at all. And it's become like my baby project, and I'm so grateful for it, and it continues to humble me every single day. And so, so that was a goal that I was able to check off. And I also wanted to start an email newsletter. Growing an email list is something that they tell you when you're in this space of being a blogger or an entrepreneur. They tell you, build your email list, serve your audience through email. And for a long time, I was like, but I don't know what to do. After Club 119, I figured out what I could do, and I haven't been quite regular with it. I actually have today's email sitting on my computer right now, waiting to be posted. But anyway, but I was able to start an email list, and so that was another goal that I was able to cross off my list. So things have been growing and progressing at a very nice pace, and I'm grateful for that, and I feel a sense of accomplishment because I've done what I set out to do. I've done a few of the things that I set out to do anyway. However, while all this is going on the other side, my husband and I have been talking about what our goals are for next year. We had some plans this year that didn't happen the way we wanted them to. And we've had to defer some things and make adjustments, and that's life. But now we're looking at 2020 and thinking, okay, what are some of the big projects we want to work on? Where do we want to be at this time, around this time next year? What do we want to have accomplished by then? And we have a couple of big ticket items that we want to accomplish. And as we've been talking about them, we kept bumping up against this thing. And I was in a lot of denial about it for a while because we would have the same conversation about every month or so. And if you're married, you may be able to relate to this, where it's not necessarily an argument, but you keep kind of coming back to the same subject and you're discussing it and you're kind of massaging it and you're trying to hit it from other angles and you kind of end up in the same place and you're like, okay, and then you talk about it again, you kind of end up in the same place. And it wasn't an argument, it wasn't an issue, but we kept bumping up against this thing. And the thing was, if we were going to be able to do these things in 2020, moving forward, we needed 2 full-time incomes. And when I tell y'all about denial, I'm over here like, we agreed that I was going to pursue this full-time for the rest of the year. That was the deal. For the rest of the year, see how it works. If it doesn't work or it's not doing what we needed to do, then 2020, I'm going back to work full-time. But here it was, August, September, now October, and we're having these conversations and we couldn't get around it. And we're like, but if we want to get this done over here, we need 2 full-time incomes. And I started putting more pressure on myself for the YouTube channel and the blog to perform much, what's the word I'm looking for? Immaturely. So my platform hasn't really matured. It's fairly new. I've only been doing this for 1.5 years or so. And it hasn't grown to what it needs to grow to be able to, quite honestly, create the kind of revenue that I would love to have one day. So I'm trying to force myself to produce so that the channel can grow at an immature rate. And this pressure to deliver, like in my, I've got a planner, for my blog and the channel, where I plan out content, and y'all, I had big expectations. And when I didn't meet them, I felt guilty and I felt like depressed, and I'm like, man, but I'm not producing. And finally, I was like, okay, I need to go back to work. 2 reasons. 1, we have very specific goals for 2020. And not pursuing those goals would be foolish because a couple of these things, we have a window of time where it would be most wise to pursue them. And 2, I can't be putting pressure on myself like this. I cannot be putting pressure for the channel and for the blog to deliver something that it is just not ready to deliver yet. It's just not the time yet. I'm not ready for it yet. And so I need to go back to work. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, last week I talked about how it had been a tough week. Actually, in my Club 119 week 2 video for James, I talked about how it had been a tough week, and I was struggling. And this is why I was struggling, because I had already made the decision. Like, my husband and I had talked about it. I had made the decision. I said, okay, I'm going to pursue this. But I was then grappling with the reality of the decision. And really, it was just, I had to take a sucker punch in the gut of my pride. And I had to let go of the fact that, sometimes you set goals at the beginning of the year, and by the mid-year or the end of the year, or maybe even 2 days later after you make that goal, you realize that it's not the goal that I need to be pursuing. And so for a while, it was working, and it was working well. And we were doing great, and we're still doing great. But moving forward, and when you cast the long-term vision, you have to make some adjustments. And it was a serious matter of pride for me. Because I felt like, dang, things are picking up. I don't know what it's like I actually don't know what it's like to work full-time and be married, because I've been a stay-at-home wife forever, since we've been married. I only know what it's like to work full-time and not be in school, or to work full-time and be in school full-time. Those are the only things I know. or to work part-time and be married. Those are the only things I know. So to work full-time, be married, and have a side hustle freaks me out because I have a very ingrained fear of failure. And I don't want to let my husband down. I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to fail. I don't want to let my community down. Like, I've set up Club 119. I'm trying to build regularity and consistency in my brand, and now we're gonna throw a job into it. Like, I don't even know how I'm gonna handle that. And then at the same time, I'm thinking, girl, there are people out there who do this every day and have kids on top of it. They got a full-time job, they got a side hustle, they got a couple of kids. What am I freaking out about? You know? And I've been able to process all of it. And I feel, and let me tell you something, I feel so much peace around letting go of my original expectations, embracing a new challenge, and trusting God with my fear. And I don't know what you're going through right now. I don't know what your challenges are. You may have challenges that seem less than mine. You may have challenges that are legitimately bigger than mine. No matter where you are on the spectrum of challenge, they are real. And they can hit us emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, socially. And we have to be in a position, in the best position to deal with them well. And so that kind of brings me to my next point. But the reason why I wanted to share this was for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to encourage you because I don't know what you're going through. And I consider my community that we've built here, I consider you my friend. And I just wanted to encourage you that if you're going through a challenge, or you're facing something new, or you're about to enter a situation that you don't have the same kind of control over, it's okay. If you've set goals and now they're changing, it's okay. Part of being a mature adult is having a center so that when things happen around us, we know where our center is and we can deal with and handle and respond to things with grace and maturity. It can be hard. We may cry. We may get upset, but you have your moment, you put your big girl pants on, and you keep going. That's adulting. So I did share it for that reason. But the other reason why I shared it was because for anybody out, if you're watching this and you have dreams of starting a business or being an entrepreneur or starting a blog, or maybe you want to start a channel and you want to, you've heard that you can make money off of this thing. Everybody wants to be an influencer now, it seems. Even back when I started YouTube, when my brother started YouTube, I think my brother's a YouTuber. He started about 7 years ago. That's about right. Maybe about 7 years ago. When I started blogging back when I was in college, back in 2012, something like that, no, there was no such thing as being an influencer. Well, there was last year when I started. But it has just grown into this thing where now everybody wants to start a blog, or they want to start a channel, or they want to start an Etsy shop, or they want to be an Instagram influencer. They want, 100,000 followers on their social media platform. It's ridiculous. And if you are the kind of person who thinks that you can just start this and it's going to be this, thing that works out well for you, let me tell you something. For some people, it happens more quickly than with other people. It happens fairly instantaneously because they were in the right place at the right time. But that is not the majority of people's experiences. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I've been consuming this kind of entrepreneurial boss, content for a long time. And a lot of the stories are of people who worked years on their platform And what we see now is a result of years and years and years and years and years of trial and error, of products that didn't sell, of ideas that didn't take, of book proposals that weren't accepted. I mean, videos that weren't watched. It takes time. And so I was over here thinking, man, I know how it works. I know a lot of the formulas. I know a lot of the concepts. I know how people have made this happen for themselves. But at the same time, I have to let it grow organically. And I was putting pressure on myself to make my platform perform prematurely. And now I don't have that pressure anymore. I can let it grow. It's not that I don't care about numbers, because I do. It's not that I don't care about having a schedule or being consistent, because I do. Those are important things. But the pressure for it to return in a monetary way is gone. It's not gone completely, but it is much less. So I just wanted to share that for anybody who thinks they want to start something. You can do it, but know for sure that it's going to take time. Unless you're one of the lucky, 2% who hit it at the right place at the right time, you are going to be working some hours. Because entrepreneurship is no joke. And you may have to work that job, like the one that I'm going to have to get. And your life shouldn't stop. This shouldn't be your life. If this is something serious, I'm trying not to bite my tongue because I feel like this video is going to go too long, but seriously, if this is something you want to pursue, it should not be your life. There should be life outside of that. You should have goals for the long term. You should have things you want to do that don't have to do with your income and that don't have to do with your business. It shouldn't consume you. And it was consuming me for some time. And now the pressure's off. I don't like the fact that I'm going to go back to work, to be honest, 100% honest. I'm not looking forward to it. But I am looking forward, and I pray to God that He gives me a job that I will not hate, right? I hope that's not the test that He's going to give me. Sometimes we got to work a job that we don't like because because that's just what you have to do. And I'm just hoping that's not the test that I am called to. But even if I am looking forward to the benefits of just kind of stepping back for a second and pursuing goals pursuing other goals. Okay, that was almost 20 minutes on that topic. So that's my life update. I'm going to be going back to work. Second thing I want to talk about is finishing out this year strong and prepping for 2020. So I've been talking about this on Instagram too. I've been talking about how I really want to finish the year out strong. I want to make the most of the time that we have left this year, and just kind of look through my goals that I made for 2019 and see what I can reasonably get done. One of the things that I'm going to do next week is do the Master Cleanse. That's my project for October. I'm going to do the Master Cleanse for about 10 days. Lord willing, I make it 10 days. Because I really want to hit a great big reset button on my health and my body. The Master Cleanse is not used for weight loss. It really is a cleanse. It's supposed to clean you out and leave you squeaky clean. And purge yourself of all the junk that you've been accumulating over time. So, however, weight loss is a byproduct, is a side effect of cleaning yourself out. So I really want this to kind of be a reboot for myself. I want to get into better eating habits and exercise habits. My husband and I have actually started walking every evening that we can, every evening that we're free. And so that's been really good. And so I've just been struggling with energy levels and all that kind of stuff. So reboot, I'm going to be doing the master cleanse next week. I do plan on getting video footage of it. I probably won't do daily videos, but I will be doing one whole like recap. Here's how it went, vlog style, and here are my results. Here's what I think about it. So watch out for that in the next couple of weeks. If you follow me on Instagram, I will be doing real-time updates. So that's what I want to do for October. I don't really have any other projects that I need to get done November and December, except making sure that I'm prepped for seasons 3 and 4 of Club 119. So season 3 will be a little Christmas season for December, and then season 4 will be starting in January of 2020. So I need to get everything ready for that so that we can get through those seasons and enjoy them and continue on with Club 119. The other thing that I'm doing is, those are some of my big ticket items for 2019. For 2020, I really want to, like when January 1 hits, I already know what I want to work on. I don't want to be, January to New Year's Eve or, something like that, writing my goals and resolutions list. Like I've done that before and it doesn't work. I want to walk into the new year knowing exactly what I want to do. And so in pursuit of that, I've decided to use Laura Casey's Power Sheets. I've never used them before, but they are an amazing resource because I've been watching them. I followed Laura Casey and Cultivate What Matters for some time, and every year around this time, they start talking about Power Sheets, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should maybe do those, but I've never done it. This year is the year, so I'm super looking forward to when they launch next week on October 16th. And if you've never used Power Sheets, I highly recommend that you take a look at them. I'll leave a link in the description for you to take a look at what Power Sheets are, get on their email list for updates. They just released the 2020 collection, so all the products, the pricing, what they're all about, the different accessories that they have. They just released that guide yesterday at the time of this recording. So you want to go to the link in the description and get yourself a copy of the collection guide because you guys, they have such pretty stuff. If you're a planner girl, you need to check this out. So I'll be doing Power Sheets. I will be, when I get my copy, I'll be doing an unboxing and show you how to use them and all that kind of stuff. So definitely check them out. Highly recommend, just do it. Just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. At least check it out. And then the second thing that I want to use next year is Val Marie's 2020 prayer journal. So I've been real quiet about this because it's not something that I've wanted to broadcast. But last year I did a video on the war binder that I had made. And to this day, it is one of the most highly viewed videos on my channel. Still, people are watching it. And to be honest, I don't use it the way that I set out to use it. I don't use it every day. Most of the time it sits on my desk and I don't use it. And I think what happened is I got caught up in the war binder craze because it was a thing. It still is a thing, but it was definitely a thing last year. And even previous to my making it. And I think I just got overwhelmed by the complexity of it. There's so many bits and pieces to my binder that my brain was just like, I can't. So this year, I decided that I need to be more intentional about my prayer life than I have been. And I decided to go with a much simpler resource. So Val Marie, she wrote a book called Finishing School, which I read last year. Great book. I'm going to be doing a kind of a little mini book recommendation list, either on the blog or here on the channel at some point, and that's going to be on there. I'll leave a link in the description for it, though, if you're interested. Anyway, she developed this prayer journal that I've also been looking at for the past couple of years. And it's a really, really simple journal, but the way she has set it up is super effective. So I'll be getting one of those for 2020 as well. And if you want to know more, check out the link in the description. You can check it out. So yeah, those are two products that I'm really looking forward to acquiring and using as tools throughout 2020. Okay, so the third thing that I want to talk about is intentional living. So on my blog, the subtitle of my blog is Live Well, Stay Focused, which is something that I am seriously just trying to pursue. I'm trying to live a life well lived. Try that again. I'm trying to pursue a life well lived, and I'm also trying to stay focused, because y'all, I am easily distracted. Seriously. I am very naturally easily distracted, and you can't be. When sometimes it's cute or whatever, or it's endearing, maybe, I don't know, in some situations, very, minor situations. But like when it comes to getting real life stuff done, you cannot be unfocused, not focused. And so I chose that subtitle because I'm really trying to pursue a more well-lived life and a more focused life. In that vein, I thought, man, I would love to talk about this more with the community, and not just on YouTube, but like in a better community setting. Like, well, why not start another Facebook group? And so today I've started a new Facebook group called Live Well, Stay Focused. And some of you in Club 119 are already members of that group. I see the requests for admission coming in. Actually, a few just came in as I'm recording. So if you want to have this conversation with our community and talk about how to set better goals and plan and stay on top of your goals throughout the year, and have a place where you can just be motivated and encouraged by other women. If you want to talk about, the other thing that I really want to talk about better is some of what I kind of introduced in my Classy Lady videos. I've done 2 of them so far. Just talking about how to take better care of ourselves and how to be a better adult. Very specifically, how to be a better, well-functioning woman. And this is a concept that I have termed how to be a classy lady. And so I kind of want to talk about those concepts. I want to talk about marriage. We can talk about parenting, even though I'm not a parent. We can talk about how to have better relationships and how to communicate better. Honestly, how we can better communicate on social media, because I see a lot of drama on social media, and you guys, we gotta quit it. Like, we are too grown to be engaging in certain kinds of drama on social media. Like, it's just too much. So I'm going to talk about some of these things. As a communications major, I am intrigued by language and behavior and communications and relationships. And so I just wanted to kind of facilitate a group where we can talk about how to just live life well as women of God. So if you want in on this group and you want to join this community, you don't have to be a member of Club 119 to be a part of Live Well, Stay Focused. So just find the link in the description for the Facebook group. There is a question that you have to answer for admission, and we do have rules about our conduct in the group. So any fooling around and spamming or disrespect, and you will be removed. I do want to say that. So we want to cultivate a space that is safe and that is warm and welcoming for everybody who is a member of it. So I just wanted to extend that invitation to you and give you that information. Okay, I think that is all I have to talk about for now. We are at 30 minutes. Probably a little shorter because I have to edit out a few things, but I think that's it. You guys, I'm on the brink of change in my life. Some of you may be in the brink of change in your life, or you may just be like plodding along, feeling like nothing changes and it's always the same, and you're waiting for something to happen. I've been in, oh man, that waiting period is hard. And I'm in a little bit of a waiting period, but when you've been waiting for something for a long time, girl, I know what that's like. And I'm here to tell you to hang in there. Don't give up. Hang in there. God's got something for you. He did not bring you this far along to just drop you off on the side of the road. He did not do that. And He has a plan and a purpose for your life. So if you feel like, man, plans are changing, I don't know what to do about it, if you're feeling like nothing ever changes and I'm waiting on something, better to come along, or if you're in the midst of a really, really, really tough challenge, it is just weighing you down and stretching you in areas that are so tough to handle and tough to deal with, hang in there. Hang in there. He's got you, and he will not leave you or forsake you, the Bible says, right? So I just wanted to share what's been up with me lately in the hopes that it is an encouragement to you, and so that if you ever felt like you were doing this on your own, to know that I am right there in the trenches with you. And so, yeah, that's it. That's it. I have a couple of other videos to film, but I'm going to get this one posted and to you. And if you have any comments or questions in the description, definitely check out Power Sheets. Check out Finishing School by Val Marie. Check out the Master Cleanse if that's something you want to try. It's pretty intense, you guys. You can check out the information. I'll leave a link in the description. Master Cleanse, Power Sheets, Val Marie. Oh yeah, the Scripture Journals by Val Marie as well. Oh, also, this has been sitting next to me the whole time. This is Cultivate. Yeah, the lighting, guys, the lighting. I'm sitting right by a window. This is Cultivate by Laura Casey. She is the creator of Power Sheets. She is also the author of another book called Make It Happen, which I read a few years ago. It's super good. I'll leave the links to both of these books in the description. I'm halfway through it, as you can see. Super good book. If you feel like you need to press the reset button on your life and on your perspective of goals and on your perspective of just how to live with an attitude of growth and cultivating the seasons in your life, read this book. Seriously, it's really good. So I'll leave all the links down below. If you have any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. I will talk to you guys later, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.